Caption and hello, welcome to another build video. Today we're gonna build my personal NFT system. So I really hope you guys do enjoy the journey where we're picking out the right tools. It's very important to know that before you do any build, you first have to design it so you know exactly what you're buying. You don't want to make a mistake I made, which you're gonna see in the video, but in some areas I have rectified it, but in most cases I just went straight ahead with it. So always make sure you know exactly what you're getting. But yeah, let's go into this shopping business and see what we come out with. Next up, we have our piping matters. Very important to know. Always know how big your system is going to be. This is why I say design the system first so that you know what measurements you're working with. My local store, thank you very much. They were able to cut to the correct sizes that I needed for my system, all pieces the exact same way. And here's a little insider information. When you're building a system, it's always cheaper to buy one long pipe and then just cut it up to what you need than buying smaller pipes and trying to add on. You gotta try and save money wherever we can, especially with these builds because they do get expensive. So design is important. Knowing how long and have an idea of how long you're working with is also important. Always make sure that you take good care in taking good measurements. It's better to go over than to be under. Always a golden rule that I work with. I always go over, and then if I am slightly over, I can always trim down to exactly what I need. If you go under, it's a little bit difficult to work backwards. Now with all my components ready, this is what we have. We have 110 mil pipes, we've got 110 mil hooks, we have 110 male end connectors, which is wrong, we shouldn't have that, and then we've got a 50 mil piping system. Now this is where my problem started. I realized I had the wrong end point for the 110 mil pipes, hence me having to make these cuts and adjustments and using a whole lot of PVC glue to rectify the matter. Like I said, you don't want to make mistakes like this. It can be costly, but luckily I kind of did find a workaround, as you can see. Not exactly 100%, but it serves the purpose for now. The whole idea is to just get the system up and connected so that we can see where we need to just tidy up and fix certain things. Alright, now that I have the some of the endpoints connected, I'm now going to drill my entry holes and exit holes on some of the pipes, as well as the holes for the net pots that we're going to use to grow. Now, like I said, measurements. Always good to measure when you come to building these type of systems. In this instance, I'm measuring in between each hole for the net pots because I want to make sure that whatever I'm growing has enough space to grow and do what it needs to do without having to feel crowded. So you always got to make sure that your distances are as equal as possible so that you have as many holes as possible so that you can grow as much produce as possible, but within a reasonable amount of space. So here I'm just dealing with my entry and exit holes, because this is where the system is going to basically interconnect with each pipe. Using a different piping for this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 20 or 30 millimeter pipe, as you will see, and then for the lower NFT system, that's a 50 mil pipe. So let's keep drilling, let's keep drilling. Okay, exit and entry holes all done and almost all aligned. Now we need to cut the correct length of this lovely blue piping system. This is the piping system that's going to basically interconnect each 110 mil pipe and join it on each 3 levels that I've decided to build on. So once again, you also want to make sure you know this height of the system so that you can design according to the space that you have to work with. Now sometimes for a tight squeeze, I want to try and reduce as much leakage as possible. I had to use a smaller drill bit compared to the pipe and then just chip away what I needed so that it was a nice tight fit. This at least will allow for the system, when I put it together uh, and make it a dry fit, it's not wobbly, it's kind of tight and fitting, and I can adjust it as I need to adjust this. And then once I'm happy with the height, then I can put in my PVC glue. So that's always something that perhaps one can take into account. Try and tight fit things before applying glue, because once you apply glue, that's it, ain't nothing moving or going from there. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. Let's always make room for adjustabilities. That's what this project has definitely taught me. Always make room for adjustabilities. Now, as you can see, this is how we go about just chipping away a little bit of space. Just a bit. Just a wee bit. There we go. There we go. Just to make sure that we can get this blue pipe tightly in. As you can see, just giving it a nice good squeeze, checking, making sure that it can fit, and if we do need to chip away, where else do we need to chip away? Now that we have everything cut up, we're just going to make sure that everything lines up and is leveled up, and that is it. This is our 3-tier horizontal system that will be above and against the wall, above the fish tank and against the wall. First part done. Now we move over to the next part.